Good evening, free enterprise, and welcome to Mysidian Jumping Club. I am Bad Karma. I'm joined in the booth by Karan. How you doing tonight, Karan?
I am doing pretty well, thank you. It's the jumping club is always a lot of fun just to see all the craziness that can ensue, not just from the flags, but the way that people can completely break those flags apart. So it's definitely going to be fun tonight. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, Jumping Club is one of my personal favorite races. I try to race every week, but I also wanted to give a shout out for the race and do some commentary for it as well. As you said, we do have some very interesting flags on. One of the rare flags for some of the racing clubs, we actually have the adamant flag turned on. So you see that trade away the pink tail as an objective. Everybody's going to have an adamant armor when they go to Zeromus, at least one.
Yeah, that will definitely help. I think it's good to see some of this stuff making its way back into the games that I'm seeing, since I'm so used to the 3-miss zone banishing adamant armors to the void.
Yeah, and also we don't have any characters restricted, T Wildish, and these objectives though, along with that pigtail and the usual objective of drop the magma key into the well, curing the fever with the sand ruby and burning the village mist.
It's definitely going to be interesting. If we can get those items off the table pretty quickly, we could have ourselves a speedy seed. And looks like we are underway with, I believe, Palom and Yang as our first two characters.
And the darkness crystal.
Oh, dear Lord. Well, there you go, everybody.
Oh man, I'm sure Groundflyer and Invenerable are jumping in their seats now. So for those of you who don't know, with the jumping flag on, you have immediate underground access because you can just jump through the hook route.
That is, I've not seen that done too much, but with the Darkness Crystal, yeah, as he mentions, we have everything available, so it'll be interesting to see how the runners decide to chart things out to start out with.
Yep, we do have the free key item on, so I would not be surprised to see that done. And Invenerable is heading right to turn in and get that whale, it looks like.
Yeah. It's worth noting that for folks who haven't joined us before, one of the flags that is turned on in this seed is no free characters, so you can't fetch anybody extra from Mysidia and other locations, but you can certainly get that whale, go ahead and head up to the moon, and start, well, jumping around and seeing what you can find.
Yeah, and with that character, and if it's somebody who can give you exit, you can drop all the way down to that ribbon room and see what those key items are down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Notice some Cure 3s and Ethers in the shop in Baron, so you've got enough for you've got the materials necessary for the most part for your D-Machine grind. Just need life potions and pretty much the grind is good to go.
And Groundflyer looks to be doing the same as Invenerable here. Gonna go check out that character on the moon. I don't blame him. It is probably a pretty good play to go with. I am one of those people who likes to immediately go underground, but I've never had a Darkness Crystal start myself in the Jumping Club.
Yeah, I admit if I got the crystal, I think I would be doing exactly what they're doing too. Just go ahead, check that character, check the shops on the moon, check everything you can really, and just basically take it from there.
One thing to note, you're going to see in Venerable, you can jump on the overworld, so Venerable's going to give us a look at this moon shop.
Well, there's your last ingredient for the grind, except for an old man to cast weak, of course.
Who I believe was in the Baron Inn.
Yeah, that's what Chad was pointing out. Let's see who the character is here.
These are C standard. Hello, Edward. C standard, so that means Fusuya and Edge are behind the normal gated checks. Unfortunately, a couple of those are free. The hook route, as I said earlier, is a free check. It doesn't need a key item. And the Tower of Zot, surprisingly, you can do that as well without an Earth Crystal.
We see the jumping all over the place. Looks like Invenerable is going to go ahead and jump into the lunar subterrane, and we'll see what all he can dig up while he is journeying about.
Yep. So standard routing here. You won't see really any crazy skips here until around the fourth floor, I believe. And that's where you can see a lot of gaps that are really jumpable as ground flyers looks like passing on Edward and heading to ordeals.
Interesting. Oh, hey, speaking of jumpable gaps, there you go.
Yep, there's a number of them that cuts the time down of getting from the top to the bottom from about 3.5 minutes down to about 2.
Oh, that's nice.
And one thing that I personally like to do when I'm a little bit later is in the last room, you can actually jump to the Crystal Sword altar on your way down.
Huh, nice.
Yeah, as Solaris in chat is pointing out, Ground Flyer knows that Tell is there. Getting this Ordeals boss only has to deal with the 1,000 HP.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, an Avenger and a Legend Sword. Oh boy.
I'm willing to bet that is not what Inven was hoping for, because now he's got to jump his way back out. He does not have any exit.
Oh dear. Well, hello, Gauntlet.
This is actually going to be really beneficial for Ground Flyer. Normally, the spot doesn't give any XP. The only problem is he doesn't have a whole lot of things that will clear out this alt gauntlet.
Yeah.
And then continuing his backtrack out.
Meanwhile, it looks like Ground Flyer is going to go check out that free item up in the castle. And also,
one thing to note there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, one thing to note, you can jump over those walls into the ponds.
Well, again, just kind of goes down to all the craziness that this flag can allow for you if you know what you're doing.
I've been running the Jump Club for, it was the first race that I ever joined personally, and I still learn a new jump every time I watch somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's I think part of what makes it fun is just seeing what all can happen.
Just at Dragoonlands. Our restreamer Alicil is the one who rolled this, and apparently she wanted to hide all of the key items.
Yes, shame on you, Alicil.
Also, shout out to Aegis for doing the tracking tonight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We love all the people who keep our heads on straight. So please, if you can, give everybody follows, all of the runners. We've got plenty of them. We've got, obviously, Ground Flyer and Invenerable on stream, but we got plenty of folks off stream running this as well. And then, of course, Bad Karma is helping keep my ill self from screwing up too much in the comms booth, so much obliged.
And thank you, Kron, for joining me and making sure that I don't get kicked out of the booth. That has been threatened a couple of times when I make bad jokes.
Well, hey, I mean, if there aren't bad jokes, there are no jokes at all, I think, so I wouldn't kick you out of anything, I'll say that.
Ground Flyer has found Rosa up on Mount Hobbs with just some Baron guards.
Yeah, that's actually pretty doable at this point, especially if you can get Rosa going. Looks like he's switching out some equipment that he found to try to make Rosa a little bit more powerful, and I think that'll help push this over the edge here.
Yeah, only has to deal with the officer. The rest of the org killed off the 3 guards, so should make pretty short work of this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, notice Inven decided to unearth the sandcraft, although unfortunately no character to go along with it. But jumping through the ponds to get that free item from Eddie.
Now, one other thing to note, and this is a personal quirk of mine, is depending on what you find here, if you find like an exit, you can go ahead and run up to the Cave of Magnus and steal that key item without doing any of the fight.
Yeah, that's true, because you can jump over that trigger as well. I know I keep dwelling on this, but I've only seen a couple of these jump flag runs, so it still just blows me away what all that the runners can achieve in this. So I might be belaboring the point a little too much, but it's just so much fun.
And while with all these little skips you see, there are some perils that are out there. Certain spots that you jump into do not have a good effect. You can end up with a soft lock. You could end up just stuck or not jumping where you thought you were. So it is something to keep in mind. You can't just jump everywhere.
Yeah, that's understandable. I know. I can't imagine the developers intended any of that to happen, much less where some of those jumps could land you if you go off the wrong way or wherever. Oh, hi there. Just saw some Bacchus wines in the shop in Cave Eblin.
Yeah, and as you saw, Envin just jumped over a mountain and jumped over another little pond, and he's in Eblin, doesn't have a hook.
Huh.
And this is a spot where Fusuya or Edge can show up, so that's why a lot of the runners like to come and kind of get through this character, and they can get right to the underground. We do have, I believe it's S Pro on for this flag set. So those better shops are hiding out in the gated location, and there's a Dark Knight.
Well, let's see. Looking at the flags there, it is S Standard this evening.
Ah.
So, not even quite S Pro'd, but still, you can get some nice stuff regardless. Yeah, it looks like ground flyers. There, yeah, exactly.
Another nice little skip there. You can skip the Magnet Cave explanation by jumping right to the right at the entrance there.
Oh boy. I have to say, I might have to dial up myself a jumping flag one of these days and just gallivant about the free enterprise world and see what I can do with it.
I highly recommend it. It is like I said, every time I watch somebody else do a jumping seed, I always learn something new that I didn't know, and I've been running this flag set for a while.
Yeah. And it looks like Envin just went straight through the hook route path, like you said, just jumped past all the boss triggers, and now he's roaming around the underworld.
Ground Flyer is getting an Artemis bow. Gonna reset out of that.
Yeah. That's a nice weapon for Rosa to have, particularly, especially in the early to mid game. But it's certainly nothing to jump for joy over, I suppose. Yes, that was my idea of a bad joke.
I was trying to rewind to see who was at the top of Babel.
Oh, I did not notice myself. I keep forgetting that you can use that as a tell when you're going through after you finish the hook route.
It was a purple robe, so either Mylon Z or Mylon and Friends, as Ground Flyer has found trap chests in Castle Eblin.
And decided to unfind them.
This is T Wildish, so these types of locations, Castle Eblin, a couple others, have a little bit higher tier loot. Envin found the warrior's chest really early in a cat claw.
Yeah, that's definitely good to see, because that means he can now loot the rest of this with no implications whatsoever.
This is a great cave. If you can find that warrior chest early, especially once you get to the third floor, you can jump around so quickly to get all the treasure really fast.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that happening, and we are about to see that happening in a moment.
Yeah, with that short wall to the right, that is a jumpable wall.
As just demonstrated.
Now, I actually learned the jumps I think Envin might be doing here shortly. The last time I watched him do a seed. in the space that's over the top, you can actually jump into that space and walk around.
Oh gosh. I think the craziest jumps that I had seen before were times when you were in multi-floor dungeon areas and runners were jumping into the walls to go up and down floors. I'm just sitting here going, wait, how?
Oh yeah, Tower of Babel, Lower Tower of Babel for sure. We do that in Sealed Cave. You can do that in.
Yeah, I think I was seeing it in the Sealed Cave.
Ground Flyer is carefully looting the rest of Castle Evelyn. Not strong enough to take on those trap chests yet. Not sure if he's found the Mad Ogre chests yet. I believe he's found the Staleman and the Curls.
Yeah, I know I did definitely see the Staleman chest. I also noticed that Invenerable picked up the Earth Crystal from the free check here in the Fey March. So get a treasury rating should he so choose.
Inven not happy with the vanilla Fey March, I believe.
Oh dear. Yeah, actually, that could definitely set some hackles going for sure.
A lot of the runners, especially when jumping down here early, are really hoping for a boss that they could tackle while they're down here. Get a little XP infusion. You're not going to do that with vanilla Leviathan and vanilla Asura with this party.
Oh no, definitely not.
Gonna finish up his looting. Ground Flyer is getting those Bacchus wine. So Inven has the Earth Crystal. Doesn't need the Earth Crystal to turn in. Like I said, really the Earth Crystal in a Jump Club just unlocks the treasury. Paladin, yes, he did. And that was
I caught library processor in the job dwarf.
Yes, I saw library, and that's all I saw.
Oh,
Library Sciences Professor.
Oh, well, thank you. Very distinguished job dwarf today. Very educated. Good job, job dwarf.
Inven has found sirens in the Tamra item shop.
Oh, hello. Well, that'll get you some work.
So he has not seen the Tella in Baron yet. So maybe thinking might need some cash for the sirens later. We do have the S quarters to kind of counteract all the goodies that we're going to find in T Wildish, getting some hourglasses there. So while we're finding all these things and can possibly sell them, we're only going to get a quarter of the amount of cash for it. So you have to choose your purchases very carefully.
Yeah, I did see that in the flags when I was looking at them earlier. That definitely puts a little bit of a damper on being able to just be a spendthrift. You have to manage your resources a little more carefully.
And let's see, where has Inven going? Probably to the Siren Cave or Sylph Cave. There is one jump that almost cuts this run in half. Oh, he's gonna do some sirens himself.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, okay, so he parks there and then suddenly goes south, but yeah, understandable, given.
He doesn't know that this is going to be really beneficial for him because he's got that alt gauntlet to make that Cecil a paladin. Showing off that the dragon is weak to hourglasses.
Well, I was going to say, unfortunately, it looks like Yang paid the price because there was that one action that was already queued up, so Sadly, Karate Man got put on the carpet before the party could take down the dragon. But still, 11, 12 levels is a pretty nice haul for one fight.
Yeah, and that gets Palom to 1 level shy of Quake.
Ah, so almost online.
And there is that short wall hop that can cut your trip through the Sylph Cave in half.
I was about to say, I take it that was the jump in question.
Yep. So one thing to note too, with this flag on, it's not just jumping around the overworld. You can actually jump in battle like every character on your team is Kane.
Right. I have seen that a bit too. That can make for some very good strategies if you're able to time it out right.
Not just the strategies, but also increases the damage that you do, just like Kane's jump does as well. So gives Yang a little extra thing. It's a little bit faster than his power, because it also takes him off screen so he doesn't get hit. And looks like Inven may be giving us a look at this treasury.
Oh, nice. All right, so get your ratings ready, everybody.
So far, the inventory boss is the one that wins this treasury.
Fair enough. And we did see Protect Rings and Zeus Gauntlets already, so certainly not bad at all.
And a Masamune.
And a Masamune, yes.
I'm going to give that treasury a solid 10. Or 7 out of 10, sorry, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's pretty good, especially once... Well, I mean, obviously we've seen Cecil. You get Cecil online and he can use some of that. Assuming you wish to use Cecil for that purpose. But yeah, pretty good. Not super stupendous, but pretty good.
If you find an edge to use that Masamune, I think I would be willing to raise it to an 8.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 Protect Rings, though, is nothing to shake a stick at.
Ground Flyer skipped a lot of the treasure chests in the Feymarch. Didn't want to go looking for that trap chest. Gonna get his Earth Crystal.
Now, I noticed that chat was speculating earlier that perhaps Ground Flyer forgot that it was press B to jump. Possibly?
Nah, he didn't forget because he got to the underground by jumping.
Okay. I guess maybe he's just jumping selectively, or I don't know.
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, fair.
Don't let me forget, chat. We'll ask him. Maybe.
Well, I was going to say, I've got me a little notebook right here that I could write questions down on, so might as well go ahead and get that geared up.
Well, that's not as fun as having the chat remind us. Ground Flyer giving us the vanilla King Queen.
And I'm sure found just as much joy from it as Inven did earlier.
Looks like Inven's doing a little bit more shopping in Fabul still. Gonna do this Fabul defense.
Yeah, so let's see what we are defending against today. If it's going to be anything particularly special. Yang is defending Fabul against himself.
Do we have a new betrayer in town?
Oh. Well, if we do, it's a dead one.
Yeah, with those levels on Palom, 1 virus.
Yeah, just a little overkill, just a smidge.
with the trip to Sylph, hey, there's that hook. Puts everything we've just done in logic.
Who needs logic when you're pushing B to jump everywhere?
Vanilla Pan.
I was gonna say, is this even?
Also, you're supposed to randomize where things are.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know it's rude. I know it's rude. Alice L, our read streamer, is telling me why she put it there.
Ah, yes, of course. She is a devious restreamer, that one.
Trying to figure out what ground flyer was trying to decide where he was going to go. Actually going to give us our first look at Antline. I believe Inbin has not gone that way yet.
Yeah, I've not seen anybody go in until this point, so...
There's a Luca key for Invenerable. Normally getting a Luca key at this point may not have the levels or think about it, but Luca Cave is actually free. You can jump over that boss fight on the way out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought you could jump over that trigger. Guess choosing to go ahead and do the Sheila 2 check before he does anything else.
I don't blame him. I may have forgotten the Sheila 2 check and cost me a race recently.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. Also, we now know
to do it when you think about it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, we now know that Mylon and friends are at the top of the tower because Mylon Z is at the bottom of the Antline cave.
That's not a terrible top of tower either.
Also, I was so busy staring at Mylon Z's beauteous countenance that I didn't see what Sheila 2 ended up being, so shame on me.
It was Artemis arrows, and hey, there's the adamant.
Oh, hey, we can forge a holy sword with both parts.
Well, Inbin has the other part. He walked that out. He probably walked it out more for the Avenger than the Legend Sword, but...
Yeah. I mean, I guess this isn't a co-op seed, but conceivably, by our powers combined, they'd be... I don't know if I'd quite say Captain Planet, but, you know, they'd still have some power to them.
Inbin didn't save before coming in here, so he's not going to be able to reset out of this gauntlet.
Uh-oh.
Still, Excalibur Cecil, if he heads to Antline.
Oh yeah, Excal Cecil is good. I'd say Crystal Cecil would more be Captain Planet. Strength, though.
And T. Wildish, every trap chest that you forgot to do, or you choose not to do, is a crystal sword. Just saying.
What, Schrodinger's sword?
Inbin's going to be able to make short work of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The virus looks like it's just going to have its way with the gauntlet here.
And this XP is going to give Invenerable enough to have Quake. So while our runners are retracing their steps, please give them a follow if you have not done so. Also, if you've been watching this and think, hey, jumping is kind of fun, I'd like to get involved in this, make sure you check out the Free Enterprise Discord. It has everything that you would need to know to get your seed rolling, to get some information about the game, and maybe we'll see you in one of these restream races someday.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in and join us. We definitely welcome any new folks around. I was fairly recently a new folk myself, and the people here have very much made me feel welcome, so come on in and join us.
Ground Flyer is showing Yang it pays to not attack his own castle. Tella having a drink in the Baron Inn just learned Meteor somehow. He's just took a sip and said, aha!
Now I can make giant rocks in my drink.
Well, he's got to have a Soma drop first.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's, you can find that in any old shop. Sometimes.
Well, hopefully, if you have enough money for it.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Inman is going to take this, going to get some more levels for Cecil. No Black Sword now, so not going to be able to do a quick kill on a dragon.
Yeah, I did actually notice that when he was fighting it the first time. Whenever I've had Cecil in the party, I've usually tried to get him out of DKC mode as soon as possible. So I tend to forget that the Black Sword does have that quality to it. I've seen it on occasion, but not terribly much in my own practices.
Yeah, as with a lot of the other status effects in this game, if you can try to land it when the ATB gauge is full for the monsters, when you'll guarantee that status effect taking, including the swoon status.
Nice.
Frankie Bones, those were recently touched up to provide a little extra clarity for the adamant and the pan.
Interesting. I see what it's talking about. I wasn't aware that they'd been touched up, so that's nice. Definitely appreciate it for somebody like me who needs glasses as thick as the Rocky Mountains to be able to see anything.
And Invin's got some hefty levels on his paladin, and he's going to go hit the sealed cave, it looks like.
Well, this should be a grand old time, since, like you mentioned, it can just jump over the boss trigger at the end of it, so shouldn't be too much to worry about.
And there are a couple of quick jumps out of the sealed cave that saves a little time. You don't have to warp out.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned earlier, I think this was where I saw the level jumping coming into play. So I'm sure we'll see it again in just a moment.
Only if this item is not resettable.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ground Flyer, meanwhile, just got his treasury, tried to figure out what to do with all of his new goodies.
Yeah, well, absorbing the contents of an entire Earth treasury can definitely cause you a little bit of inventory stress.
Matthias, there's not necessarily a reason why somebody would avoid Antlion. There are some runners who swear by it, and others who just do it as, that'll be interesting. That's not required to get into Barony. He's going to reset out of that. You can actually jump into Baron Castle without the Baron key. There's 2 ways to do it. You can walk to the side of the guards and open the door and jump over them.
Okay, yeah, that
or
one's
you can
understandable.
Or you can jump to the right and then go towards, like, you're going to Odin and where the engineer friends usually are. And there's a short wall over there you can jump over.
Huh. Makes sense.
Invin is jumping all over the Tower of Babel, though.
I was going to say, that poor tower.
And Invin knows that this is Mylon and Friends up for you. No, he does not. He just knows it's a purple rope.
Well, he'll find out in a second.
Meanwhile, Groundflyer is heading up the Tower of Zot. You can skip this first boss. You can easily jump over them. But if you want the key item, you got to do the second boss. And there's that ninja.
Oh, well, there you go. Those Masamunes we found are, well, they have a home now.
And Iridia for the Bahamut summon.
Nice. So it looks like we're going to have some pretty potent power coming pretty soon.
It's interesting that her name randomized to Kidia.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, Groundflyer has himself a pretty solid team now. Is not ready to go take on that alt gauntlet yet, but will be probably doing so shortly after this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised if he goes there pretty soon.
And this edge is pretty well geared out right now.
Yeah. Hey, when you're able to slap the ninja on and get a Masamune and a Murasame on there immediately, he can carve some stuff up right off the bat. And chat pointing out that the Kidia thing seems to have been an intentional choice.
Ah.
Also, hi, Vanilla Valley.
Yeah, and Chad also pointed out that Water Hag is going to be in that second boss fight at Dwarf Castle. Ooh, Invin just found the pass at the top of the tower.
Nice.
Have you ever seen anybody rappel off the top of the tower, Babel?
Well, I have now.
So the way some of the Final Fantasy IV stuff works is some of the tiles on the outside are return tiles. And as long as you don't go and mess up your pathing, you can just return back to the previous floor you came from.
Meanwhile, Octomammoth is there and then not.
Another key item check. Now the pass doesn't count towards Invin's 10 key items. So he is still at 7.
Yeah, but it's still great to have anyway, because it's going to save some jumping around on the moon a little bit later.
We are still looking for all 4 of our key items. We needed 5 to start with. Have the hook, but we're still missing the 4 main ones to light up these objectives.
Well, I was going to say, we're starting to kind of not really run out of options, because you got everything on the moon that you can check. But we are at least starting to run a little bit lower on possibilities, so I think we'll probably be seeing them, or start seeing them fairly soon.
About to get 2 checks at a time here. spoon on the left, and I believe that was the pigtail on the right.
That is correct, yes.
And immediately turning in this pigtail.
Oh, yeah,
Do not
absolutely. Yeah, oh, definitely. Like you said, adamant armor plus you get an objective out of the way. I mean, that's about as good as it gets.
And Inven at 38 minutes is the first one on the board with an orb lit up. And it looks like he will be making his climb up the Tower of Zot. Avenger Adamant Armor Cecil. What more could you want?
Heh.
A crystal sword.
Well, yeah, but in the absence of said crystal sword.
And he's going to get rewarded with an edge and an Iridia up at the top.
But first, he's going to go trick a dwarf.
An elf?
Well, yeah, sorry, an elf.
Unfortunately, no twin harp, and there won't be any music playing probably until the end of the seed.
That's okay. It just gives us the anticipation. We can enjoy it more once we get that fulfillment.
Hops right over. Groundfire, meanwhile, is making the dive into the sealed cave. Gonna find a Baron key down there.
Like you said, and press B to jump. Womp womp.
Still good knowledge to have that, you got that Luca leads to Baron key. That puts those Baron checks, in logic if you're looking for something.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we've hit the point for Invenerable where he is just done looting.
Yeah, it sure seems like it. He's definitely not taking any pains to grab much of anything at this point. Of course, say that, and then he... Oh, well, just goes ahead and jumps around everywhere.
Yeah, that last floor of Zot, you can hit all four of those chests by going into one.
Yeah.
Groundflyer is going to take this Baron key out, jumps over the boss fight there. Does not look like his Palom is high enough level for warp. He's looking for it. Oh no, you were so close, Groundflyer. It was right there. It's in that room. There's a little cutout on the left side of the room, and that's where you jump to get the return tile.
Ah. So it was just one floor early on that one, I guess.
No, he was actually one square away from it. Actually, on that one.
Oh no.
He knew there was one there. He couldn't remember where it was, though.
Yeah.
For Widow, yes, in some instances, if you find the right places where you can jump out of bounds, you will hit a return tile. Now, that's not the case for every out-of-bounds jump, but the ones that we have found in Lower Babel, Tower of Zot, and the Sealed Cave will take you back up a floor as a return tile. And he is going to go get Sheila 2, get some Artemis arrows. Frankie Bones. I'm not sure. I'm sure people would do it, but certain runners could possibly just jump randomly a lot.
Oh Lord. That would, yeah. I have a feeling those of us who are a little bit less, who have a little bit less security in their knees and joints, would not enjoy that terribly much.
Ground Flyer is trying to decide where he wants to go from here. He still hasn't freed Tella from the bar yet in the Baron Inn. Oh, now he's going to tackle this gauntlet.
Yeah, I'd suspect that when he got to Baron, was saving there, he was probably about to go get Tella, and then realized, oh wait, I haven't unshackled the old man yet.
And as Invin just found Golbez and said, nope, no laughing today.
I guess the joke's on him, so to speak.
Has the Bahamut on his Rydia. There's the deep mist that will not give us an item today because the free key item was on.
Oh well. So looks like the bonus round has already expired. Drat.
He will probably make very short work of this fight. As I said that.
Down he went. Or down she went, I guess.
Now, I would suspect Invin will probably at least peek this Odin spot. Ground Flyer doing a quick battle with the inventory boss.
And it looks like we found the original jumper himself in Baron.
He didn't explode. Oh wait, that was Kane. Sorry. I was thinking of Sid jumping off the airship.
Oh, no.
Did he take Kane? I doubt. I don't think he would.
I think he did. I'm not certain, though, to be honest. I thought he did, though.
Hey, there's an objective. Oh, he still had Yang.
Yeah.
Hey, chat. Yeah, Invin has not gone up Mount Hobbs to see the Rosa up there.
All right.
Showing the soldiers of Baron.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kron.
So this is how you jump over the walls.
Yeah. Yeah, in a lot of places, as long as it's not like, you know, a perceived tall wall like you're seeing here, you could just jump over them. Ground Flyer is keeping his Rydia down to be an anchor, it looks like. Doesn't want her to get this XP from the gauntlet. For Matthias, Rosa is on Mount Hobbs. Invin has not gone to that section of the world yet. Hasn't even done the Antlion Cave. I wasn't sure if he threw the spoon. I missed it. but gets through this fight, has a Dragoon Spear on that cane, and there's a Twin Harp.
Well, sorry, Dark Elf. And
I believe.
Eddie.
I think that's his 10th key item, though. Nope, that was his 11th. Did a quick check to make sure it wasn't 10 and reset out of it.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some egg smashing coming up.
Yeah, it has a Dragoon Spear, cane, and a Massa. Didn't keep the Murasame, it looks like. And an Avenger Cecil.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think Avenger Cecil's going to do a lot of the work. At least at this point, anyway.
I didn't see how many he's got. He's got another 5. Groundflyer is, on the other hand, doing some looting, gonna steal some sirens. J items are on. So whereas Groundflyer is stealing them, Inven is using them.
Well, it looks like he feels comfortable enough with what he's used, at least to this point. I have to check and see what his levels are whenever he saves. I expect he will momentarily before heading into Dwarf Castle.
I believe he's in the upper 30s.
Looks like, I think he had it up to low 40s. I noticed, at least on one of them.
I think Palom would be in the low 40s.
Yeah.
Because he had those initial levels that nobody else got.
Yeah.
More vanilla.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting to pick up something when I went to the store today. I didn't get any vanilla anything. Well, I guess this seed is providing plenty of it for me.
I honestly thought you were going to say you didn't pick up any dolls.
No, Christmas is over with already. Although I will say, one of the things that I got for Christmas from one of my nieces was a cute little... I can't remember if it's a dog or... I think it's a dog. That's in the colors of my college sports team, so I was happy with that.
I'm going to count it, as Infant is getting the big doll.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
Yes, question chat. Alisale is our restreamer. Did do the rolling of the seed. Also want to do a quick shout out to our tracker Aegis. Making sure everything's lit up.
Yep. Always fun making sure all the buttons are pushed and our heads are kept on straight, because heaven knows without them, I mean, at least I for one would just be spitting in the wind.
Dupes are not on, so can't have two edges here.
More's the pity.
And with only 3 character checks left, if Inven's looking for that Fuso Ya, gonna find them possibly behind one of our 2 required objectives. Groundflyer's making the climb up the tower. Gonna get a whack at this Mylon and friends.
And for folks who are giving some love to the Restream team, well, we give that love right back. It is definitely a big undertaking restreaming all of these races every week, as the grand members of the team have undertaken to do ever since the 3-miss zone finished up. It's been quite a lot of free enterprise, and it's definitely great that there are so many folks on this team to help out with that.
Yeah, it's been great being a part of the team and making sure we can keep providing this content for you, the viewers, to be able to get free enterprise as much as we can get it up here for you. The warp glitch is not turned on because once you get the Luca key, you can just kind of jump around the cave.
Yeah, warp glitch isn't really necessary on this one, since you can just gallivant over to it without having to worry about the boss. But I believe the life and sylph glitches are on, so you could take advantage of those should you so choose.
And it looks like Invenerable is keeping his party low health so he can do some take on this Asura.
Now, Sheep Launcher mentioning that the dreams of those key items being hidden on the moon is still alive. Yes, indeed it is, because I don't think anybody, well, outside of that early check of the Ribbon Room, we haven't seen anything else in terms of moon key item checks. So yeah, the dream is still alive, so to speak.
And I believe this is the last 2 Earth checks for Invenerable.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually, now that you mention it. I had to quickly go through the rest of them just to make sure that nothing else had been that nothing else had been skipped. But yeah, you are correct, actually.
That's going to make this pass very valuable, because if those 2 items are up on the moon, you have to come back to turn them on or turn them in. So I would expect Inven to clear these out, hoping to get maybe both of them here. But first, he's got to get through this Asura.
I'm presuming the reason he's got this set up as such is to do cover strats with Cecil.
Yep, and with that Rune Axe on Kane, gonna do the Avenger glitch. Gonna bounce a second. Oh, there's that spoon. Oh yeah, since he reset out of the Pale Dim fight. It looks like he's just gonna go power overwhelming here. Bahamut, Avenger Rune Axe, Bluff with Palm. Ground Flyer, meanwhile, is getting through this Mylon and Friends, still keeping his Rydia down.
Oh no.
Says, I don't need another Bahamut summon, I already learned that.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, because Inven made that Asura fight look pretty easy.
Yep, and now is going to have to heal the party up, because that wave will take them all out.
Yeah, that could be an issue. Just a smidge.
And yes, Solaris, he did throw the spoon, so reset and gets that back for him, as you pointed out.
Right, yeah. An added benefit.
Here we go with this Leviathan fight, as Ground Flyer is going to be taking on the squid.
And the spoon gets repurposed into an anti-levy weapon. Meanwhile, poor Squid. Down he went.
She came, she tried to blow up the dwarves, and we just had to stop her.
Fair enough. I mean, you can't let that squid run the whole show.
Finding another trap chest. We didn't see any of these when Invenerable was hopping through. That's an adamant armor.
Oh, that. Well, there you go. It's definitely a worthy pickup. As is a sand
That's
ruby.
the objective.
Yep. Well, I was going to say one out of two ain't bad.
Well, yeah, and Groundflyer's about to get his pink tail, so he'll have 2 adamant armors.
Yeah, that'll definitely come in handy when Z comes a-calling. And yes, Sherlock, this is all objectives.
Yes, this is not a 3 of 4. So we are on a package hunt.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning earlier, the king and queen of the Fey March were the last 2 Earth bosses. So yeah, that does end up leaving just a trip around the moon to see where Package is hiding.
Probably gonna pick up some Bacchus wine.
Meanwhile, I see Groundflyer doing a little bit of egg scrambling himself.
Yeah, he's up to 10 key items now, I think. Yes.
Yeah, okay, I had to do a little counting myself just to make sure.
Well, I thought I counted them earlier, and then I forgot.
Oh, well, that's understandable.
And Venerable is just now remembering he has not done the antlion yet.
That's true. We've seen Antlion's result, but he hasn't. Sorry, jumping out of that the hidden passage just straight into the stairwell.
For those also maybe looking at this and interested in the jumping, on the Discord, Antidel did put together a really nice guide on a lot of the various jumps that we've talked about tonight. Shows where he's found them and uses them and when and sort of thing. That is out there on the Discord and in the on the Free Enterprise wiki. Looks like he's turning into Sand Ruby.
Yep. Yep, time to wake up, whoever's there. And I think he'll be the first one to actually check that character on stream. And it is...
That's it.
Okay. I couldn't quite tell who that was. The blue was just sort of blending in for him. Ah, okay, now his face is to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's those glasses. Hello, Mr.
Just an angry old engineer. So all Invenerable needs is a package. question, I think, is does he start with cave value?
I was going to say, what are your thoughts? Where do you think it is?
Oh, he's taking the Baron fight too.
Yeah, we haven't seen the results from... Have we seen it yet?
We have not. Both runners have not wanted to take on that Golbez.
Okay.
So, if you're out there in chat and you're wondering why did Invenerable make all of his characters pigs, it's to avoid the paralysis that Golbez does to allow the dragon to eat you. And he's hoping the Avenger Cecil will get a good hit in before as soon as possible. And yes, flying pigs.
Hey, I mean, if this game can make pigs fly, then what can't it do?
Yeah, with the adamant armor on this Cecil in the middle, this Golbez is really slow.
So would that ha 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 be in the speed of the little money from Tactics?
I don't see why not.
It's not as many characters, so it wouldn't be quite as slow, I guess.
One Demolish missed. Probably tried to hit it on that Cecil with the adamant. Or I think actually somebody has some crystal or protect ring on. And down he goes.
I was going to say, the only other fight I can imagine that might be slower in that spot would probably be, I would think, Mom Bomb with the extra HP.
I think you'd rather have the Mom Bomb. I mean, yeah, if you were a lower level party, but not at this point.
Yeah. Also, high wall, by wall.
The chain continues.
Rats!
Gustav, it's not as big a blowout as it may appear. Groundfire really just needs to go to the Fey March and Baron, and we'll be able to be caught up on, key item checks and objectives. And I believe those are Groundfire's 2 checks that he needs to get done. Just a protector.
I was going to say, well, the chance for the moon to essentially be haunted has expired, so...
Yeah, not going to need to be doing a D machine. Already has 10 key items and has some moon bosses ahead of him. We do all of them, actually. The one check that Invenerable has done is the ribbon room, but was able to jump over the bosses. So there still could be a number of rude bosses hanging out here. Kanatsu, I don't believe we've seen. Rubicante at Ogopogo is never fun.
Oh boy. Now you're just wanting to curse the runners.
Magus Sisters at Ogopogo. Not fun.
Well, it looks like Inven's going with the top-down strategy tonight.
It makes sense needing only one, and as I said earlier, you can actually hit the Crystal Sword altar on your way down. So if this is not going to be anything, he's just going to reset out and then head down.
Yeah. And you got some Baron guards that, look like they're in need of a little bit of a nap here.
And he still has a coffin.
And a dead Tella. Good job, Mr. Anchor. You have served your purpose.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Invenerable will pick up the Excalibur on his way to Zeromus or not. Because he did not go and turn in the adamant yet to get the Cocoa Shop. It's an interesting move, but there's also still a really high chance that there's a Crystal Sword up here.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's keeping that, not so much because of the item, but he's doing it for the XP.
That wouldn't surprise me. It looks like it might be a bit of both, actually.
Ground Flyer, meanwhile, is through the Baron Inn, has his rat tail.
And he kicked out Cecil to embrace the old man, so he has himself a nice anchor as well.
And it looks like he is setting up the Baron manipulation for D Machine.
Yeah, I mean, you get the old man, you've already got the Darkness Crystal. If you've got all the items, well, even if you don't have the items, you can set up the manip and just go ahead and get the items later, because the manip does not change if you go into towns and do your business there. It just changes if you get into any more battles after you set it up.
Or, as Zoom Waffle is just pointing out, maybe just killing Tella.
That too.
Hey, there's a note rope.
Well, he's still on the moon, so he didn't move too far away, I guess.
Yeah, but this is the Wyvern spot. The magic is not all that high, and I don't believe the physical is all that high either. Getting the Bacchuses going, though, for Kane and Ed. I just realized Ground Flyer named Kane Traitor.
I didn't see that. That is nice.
It was TR8R.
No. So invoking a little bit of, not quite leet speak, but close enough.
And the note rope is down. And there's the go mode.
There you go. So yeah, pretty much top down worked quite nicely.
And a quick point out, as Invenerable is going to be heading back to Earth, there are other runners running this race. No one has finished yet.
Indeed, I think we have, I believe, 10 or so runners going tonight. I don't remember exactly how many, but should be 10 or maybe a little bit more than that tonight.
Looks like we're at 11, so you were right there.
Okay, all right.
going to be turning in this package. There is the Fusoya.
And it looks like Mist is being destroyed by a bunch of minis.
They can still use magic when they're that small.
Fair.
So I don't think Invin will grab that food because he probably won't want to do the cutscene to get it.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be the only thing that I think would stop me if I were in his shoes, is because you're probably looking at that taking another, I mean, even at high levels with good strength, probably at least another couple of minutes. Yeah, when you've got the passage, you can just go ahead and go.
Pass, crystal in hand, you go, meow. Foo's agility is at is 20.
Well, he's a kind of speedy old man then. I didn't realize he was that fast.
And his agility doesn't go up as he levels until very much later. But we are starting to get some strange sleepy time flags here in chat. Do you have any idea what that's about, Kraunt?
Well, hopefully they're not wanting to put me to sleep, because by golly, I want to finish this broadcast. But no, we are about to fight ourselves a load-bearing boss, because Zeromus can't be randomized or tossed around the world like all the others, because they just do terrible things and break the game in half. So instead, we decide to randomize what he looks like. And so those lovely furling flags in the chat are getting us all ready for the grand question that we all want to know. Whose butt are we kicking tonight, y'all?
Come on, flip table, miss.
There have definitely been plenty of good ones that we've seen over the space of, well, essentially since this randomizer's been a thing, but certainly the new ones added in recently have definitely helped liven things up once again.
With the majority of the sprites being done by the wonderful Scala Kitty, I don't think there's a bad Zeroma sprite in the pool. That's a Kulix.
Oh boy. Hello, Kulix. You forgot to bring your crystals with you, though.
That is a very appropriate. Now we have Kulix in a jumping seat.
Oh yeah, fair. I was gonna say, nobody has a super suit, but I would say, having adamant armors is the next best thing.
And as Kulix, Inveterable is starting his Kulix Miss, we do have our first place winner with X Pancraz with an official time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG's to him.
Oh, GG's Pancraz, and congratulations on beating the hidden boss in Mario RPG. Because I do find it funny that that Kulix popped up as the as the Z Sprite tonight because I was watching a run of the Mario RPG randomizer and was kind of playing along last night as well. So the guy streaming it didn't get to Cool-X, but was still having a grand old time with it. So nice timing.
Ground Flyer is going to get rewarded with his Sand Ruby. Going to be taking on this Leviathan and Asura. With Ground Flyer's Mage Party, I'm not surprised to see him go for the Leviathan first.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because I mean, you don't have the same Cecil dependent strategy that you saw on Invenerable's side. So yeah, it's not a surprise at all given his build.
Couple of lit 3s. Should have no issues getting through this.
No, none at all. Speaking of not having many issues, it seems like Invenerable's having a good old time watching his berserked and avenged warriors just going to town on Cool-X over here.
Just waiting for the right time to nerf the Big Bang.
Yep.
Ground Flyers didn't even go with the safety save. Trust his team, trust his party. He's going to go right into taking on Asura.
Looks like Inven's nerf went off in nice fashion, so was able to get Big Bang nerfed, and there goes Roch. So looks like we will be seeing Inven triumph shortly, I believe.
There's the crack, there's the boom. Get your GGs in chat for Invenerable. Coming in second place on the race, and first in the restream with an official time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 14 seconds.
So, GG's to Invenerable. Hopefully we will see Inven in chat shortly, and while we're saying that, Antidale finished in third place with an official time of 1 hour, 21:45, and a Stone Dingley finished in fourth with 1:21:55, so they all just sort of came flying in.
Ground Flyer looks to be getting recovery here going. Has his Rydia down though. Oh, no recovery needed when you just finished the fight.
Yep, fair enough.
So Ground Flyer just needs to turn in the Sand Ruby and head to the moon.
Yep. I expect he'll probably be doing both shortly. And there's not a whole lot left to check on Earth, so I think the moon's probably going to be a rather quick destination.
Yeah, the Sand Ruby was from the Leviathan fight. Not going to worry about turning it in since he knows he's got to come back and do that anyway with the package.
Yeah, it makes sense considering that it is considering that it is the pass, that he can go ahead and use the pass to get to the Z fight quickly. So yeah, no need to worry about that just yet.
Now, Ground Flyer has not gone all the way to the bottom of the moon.
Huh, I didn't even realize he hadn't done the character check yet.
I think he reset out of it once he saw it was Edward.
Nah, makes sense. I was actually about to suggest that, so you beat me to it.
And it looks like we're getting some harp music from Invenerable's side. And just letting the chat know, Venerable has declined to do an interview as a prerogative for all runners when they are restreamed to choose to do so or not so. Meanwhile, Ground Flyer is getting some loot out of the bottom of the lunar subterranean. Even more vanilla.
Yeah, I admit this one, I'm not as familiar with the positions of all the bosses on the moon, just because it's been quite some time since I played FF4 vanilla, so it's a little easier to remember some of the Earth spots. But yeah, these I tend to get a little mixed up.
Yep, this is the White Spear spot, so Plague is guarding it in the vanilla game, and looks like Ground Flyer is going to try and just power through it. Only about 25,000 HP here.
Ooh, just pulls it off before the count goes down. So yeah, Ground Flyer looks like he had it pretty under control. Knew exactly what he was doing and was able to get it taken care of.
And we know that he needs to go to the Crystal Sword Altar, but getting a Moonveil there is still pretty nice. We'll make that Ogopogo fight a little more free if he chooses to use it there.
Yeah.
hoping to get a back attack on these elements, it looks like. Elements here, not so bad. Has a decent magic, but with this party, probably will be able to get through maybe at Rubicante, or if not there, then definitely on the Kanatsu part.
Yeah. I noticed that Ground Flyer had it pretty much timed out perfectly, knew how long it was going to take for ice to charge up, and knew that it wasn't going to hit at least the original element spot. I think it was probably trying to time it to get it to hit Rubicante, but
Edge had other plans.
yeah, exactly.
I think Edge is the one rocking that adamant armor for Ground Flyer, at least one of the two that he has.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of the fights earlier that Edge was taking virtually no damage, so yeah, I tend to agree.
If you didn't want to forge the Excalibur, at least you could have got one from there.
And Ground Flyer decides, no thank you, I'm good.
Do have our 5th place runner with Micro Korgs, official time of 1 hour, 30 minutes and 13 seconds, so GG's to him.
Oh, GG Korgs.
Looks like Ground Flyer is making a play to get his package, heading to that Crystal Sword.
I'm sure he will be very happy to see it, too. Meanwhile, looks like Poydrak has finished in 6th place with an official time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 51 seconds, so GG to Poydrak.
Ground Flyer is going to be greeted by the Nope Rope. Taking a massive 1 damage.
Yes, that's so just earth-shattering. I don't think that party's gonna be able to make it. I don't think Edge will stand up to it. I don't think Rosa will either. While we're mentioning it.
So with the party strategy that I think Ground Flyer is going for, he's going to need to pull a couple more sirens. Because I don't think either Palom or Rydia have nuke. Yeah, Palom just got weak, so he's 48-ish, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing either of them with nuke. So yeah, I would need to get a few more levels to be able to pull off complete power overwhelming.
Oh, it has 7 sirens in his inventory, though.
Okay, yeah, so he's got the tools to do it.
Heading back to Earth, gonna turn in the Sand Ruby and package. The only question will be, does he do the package first?
I was about to say, just make sure to turn the Sand Ruby in first, otherwise you get a little bit of extra mustard with your mayo.
Unless he's banking on getting that food. Oh, yeah, Ground Flyer, yeah, you gotta... Don't go to Troya yet. With Groundflyer's party composition, taking the Foo instead of the Tella may actually be a better choice for him.
I presume just because of the I suppose the increased magic ability of Foo's. I think Foo has more MP.
Oh yeah, more MP, more health.
Okay.
With the adamant armors, anchoring is really just how close to 28 are you going to be, I think, for this party.
Yeah.
For this party. But let's see what he goes with. Oh, wonder maybe he drops the edge for the Foo.
Just go complete reflect strats.
That could be that's definitely a viable option.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll all find out together.
He just realized what happened.
Yeah.
Hasn't turned into Sand Ruby yet.
Yeah, that's what I figured that was. I was like, oh well.
Now, if he knows where the spot is, he can jump over it.
Oh, no.
Just a little airship dance. And we can see which boss this is. And let's see what he decides to do with this mop. name Moppy.
And then promptly throws him out.
Gonna wake up Sid, get his crystal. While Sid's being woken up, we did have our 7th place finisher with Dragus, coming in at 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 3 seconds. GG's, Dragus.
GG's, Dragus.
Groundflyer's going to have to go scramble a couple more eggs. But could also just go in with Rydia and Edge and let Edge chop Zeromas to pieces.
Yeah, either strategy could work. We'll see what he chooses to do. I mean, he was about to rush off to Troya before realizing he had to do this anyway, so looks like Oh!
Blocked by the Falcon.
Oh no! I was gonna say circumstances just conspiring against him here.
Playing musical airships.
I was gonna say now he just needs to go run and get the big whale and just fly it up here somewhere.
Has the save, has the party. Give it the pass. And we'll soon be doing battle with Kulixmas. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, there is a room behind Zeromus that you can get to with the jump flag.
I think I remember hearing a little bit.
What's back there?
I think I remember hearing a little bit about this, but I don't remember details. So I certainly won't ruin anything because I can't.
I'm not gonna spoil what's back there. Just gonna have to go spin up a jump seed and go find out for yourself. And it looks like he is getting ready. Gonna dart the spoon. Oh wow, that was really fast.
Oh dear.
Counter nuke on Nutella. Very nice.
Yeah, nice, perfect. Bye bye, old man. Oh, that Big Bang got nerfed right in the nick of time.
Yeah, there's a very big window for the first one. Oh, wow. The Silk Whip barely put a dent into that.
It looks like while Coolexmas is in the process of getting thwacked, Pixel Tamer has finished in 8th place with a time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, 57 seconds. So, GG Pixel Tamer.
Yep, Edge is getting his swings in now. Gonna need a re-berserk here shortly.
The good news is he did have a couple of extra Bacchus wines, so even though Black Hole got rid of that effect, you can still get it back again. So I think he should be good to go. He's just having a little bit of a speed bump here and there, but I don't think it'll cause him too much trouble in the end.
Got a couple of spells off on that Palom before he probably goes down with this Big Bang. That was a high roll for that Big Bang on an adamant armored edge.
Yeah.
Edge getting his shots in now. Says we don't need any mages to be level 50.
No, not when you got Edge swinging like that.
He's got the groove now.
Yeah, Kulix is not going to last too much longer, I don't think.
Glix is trying. He's trying to get that edge down to keep him from hitting him, but
yeah, certainly not for lack of trying. That's for sure. I mean, nukes on edge, and there we go. We got rocks now.
this should do it. There it is. Get your GG's in chat for Ground Flyer. He comes in with 9th place, second on the restream. Official time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 32 seconds.
GG's Ground Flyer.
Let's see about getting him in here for an interview. And we are joined by Ground Flyer. Ground Flyer, GG's.
Yeah, thanks, GG's.
How's all that jumping making you feel tonight?
I feel a bit jumpy, if I'm honest. The end was. I mean, you saw what happened, obviously. Like once I did package first, I was like, crap. But do I reset? I was like spinning around, like thinking, and I'm like, oh, I'll just freaking do it. Like at this point, it just doesn't matter. And then when I saw and then I'm like, well, I mean, I'm already in like 8th or worst place at this point, and I saw that I had the other airship there. I'm like, no, I have to take power over this situation. And got rid of it and moved. It's like when you have 2 cars and they're parked in the wrong spaces, and somebody has to leave in the morning for work or something. You got to move them around. That's what I did.
You didn't want to.
I was wondering if you were going to fly the whale over there just to really show off to the people of Troya.
Sorry about that. I had mic issues. I hope I'm not. Am I echoing now?
Nope, we hear you perfectly fine.
Sorry, what was that?
No, we hear you perfectly fine.
No, what did you say before that?
I was just mentioning, I was wondering if you were going to go ahead and just go fly the big whale over to Troya just to really impress upon the residents how powerful you were.
Yeah, I thought about it. No, I didn't feel like doing that, because at that point I would have to fly over, and it's too much. That parking spot's all the way over on the other side of town. Like, I already took an Uber. Forget about it.
So yeah, you've had a couple of spots there. You ran a great race, though, but a couple of the jumps you seem to have, like in Sealed Cave on your way out, you were 1 row off of that jump going into the wall there.
Oh yeah, see, I don't actually know I know a lot of the jump tech, but the what are they called? The minus wall, the minus spaces or whatever that take you like down a floor. I don't know where I kind of vaguely know where a couple of them are. So yeah, I kind of just was guessing. And unfortunately I didn't have warp at the time, so I kind of had to do something.
Yeah, it was just like you knew that there was one in that room, and you just needed to go 1 more up and to the left, and you were right there.
Heck, that's all right.
Yeah, you showed off a lot of great jumps though throughout the seed, so it was good to be able to point out some of them.
Oh heck, and again, I completely forgot you can jump with your characters. It's the second race in a row I completely forgot, because obviously, like who rolled this, and why did they put like everything in their vanilla, like everything, like everything?
That was Ellison.
Holy heck! Because yeah, I mean, Vanilla Fey March, that was something special. I have not seen that, I don't know, ever. And then yeah, there's like another like half dozen vanilla bosses, a couple French vanillas. There's a lot of vanilla in there.
Yeah, Vanilla Pan.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, Vanilla Pan. Yes. But yeah, I full cleared. That was a 17 out of 17. I obviously reset at 2 things, but that was 17 out of 17. So not awesome. I definitely did things that I didn't need to do. Although honestly, like my brain's kind of spinning. I don't remember what those things are, because I was it Earth Crystal ended up not being great, but I had that super powered edge at the time because I did Treasury and got like Masamune Murasame, and then I did the cheeky tower check and got an extra adamant armor, so I put that on edge.
That was really nice.
I was just jumping along and being a dork, and I clicked on it, like, well, crap, a monster. Well, it's one hit, and then I saw that, I started laughing to myself, and then immediately got the pink tail after that. I'm like, well, okay, I'll take it. But honestly, I'm kind of curious, like how if what Inven's routing was, because honestly, like I feel like I obviously cleared everything, but there's probably a lot of stuff that I could have skipped over, and I definitely overlooted. That's the thing that I need to work on with T Wildish. It's so hard because you never feel bad when you loot because it's always good. Everything is good.
Everything's good. Everything you don't open is a crystal sword.
Basically, yes. And hilariously enough, of course, I already got rid of my Cecil after I saw the Legend Sword, which would have gotten me X-Cal, and also the X-Cal at Ogo. So, insult to injury there.
Yeah, one of the big differences between you and Invin is you both went to the moon early, saw that Edward, you left, but he actually went down to the ribbon room and grabbed that Legend Sword and grabbed that Avenger. And rocked the Avenger for the majority of the seed.
Oh, heck. Yeah, see, I just totally faded Moon. And last week, that actually worked out really well for me. I was able to complete, I think, everything. It didn't even need to go to the Moon. But honestly, I need to factor that in more often. Because, obviously, if I had a Cecil with an X-Cal Avenger, like, forget about everything. Like, that's game over. And then, obviously, an Adamant on top of it, and then Zeus Gauntlet, and Ninja Hat. Like, I had so much stuff. That would have been pretty amazing.
Well, I hope to see you in more jump clubs. Normally I'm in there racing with this one, but obviously I'm in the booth tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I this is only my second week doing Jumpy, so I feel like I'm doing pretty well considering. But yeah, I definitely want to keep doing this because it's a lot of fun. It's chill. Like, I don't know. I love just being able to speed around and play super fast. It's a nice feeling just to be able to kind of get around there. And it's obviously different from the regular stuff. Like, it's a different spin on things. So I really appreciate the change of pace.
Well, that's all I have for Ground Flyer. You have anything else, Karant?
No, I just enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us for the Jumping Club. It's the second time I think I've done comms for a Jumping Club, and it's just so much fun seeing everything just get broken in half, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been fun to watch too. And by the way, thank you, Karant and Bad Karma, for doing the talkie talks, Aegis for doing the button pushy stuff, and Alicel for making things show up to everyone watching on stream. And thank you all for watching. It's a pleasure. I love putting on a show, and I love that everybody is there watching and enjoying it too. So I appreciate all y'all.
Oh, certainly. It's great to be here. Thank you.
We can't do it without good runners. And like I said, you put on a great show for us to be able to call.
Thank you very much. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Likewise. Also, before we finish, I just want to point out real quick, the last two runners finished up as we were doing the interviews. Neon Gray finished in 10th with a time of 146.50, and Dr. Cossack finished in 11th with a time of 151.06. So GG to all the runners, and congratulations on everybody finishing tonight.
Yep, and unfortunately, that is all the we have for you here on the Free Enterprise channel. We are going to take you over to Wef Jebster, running, I believe, had it up. Also running some Free Enterprise over there. We do have the Friday night community race coming up, so please come check us out. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. That'll be a rerun of the flags that were Monday. No looting because we love treasure, but all those treasure chests were empty, unfortunately. So hopefully we will see you here Friday night.